Hey, what's going on, y'all? Lincoln Infield here, Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine. And it's Wednesday, so this is your weekend events update. A little bit later in the afternoon than I expected, but hey, man, that's kind of the way it goes. Got in here this morning, had some software issues, and had to spend the morning working those things out. But the good news is we went ahead and dialed up this weekend's events before that happened. So I've already emailed those out, texted them out. They're also on our website, fullthrottlemagazine.com, which is also where you can sign up to receive those email blasts and text blasts. However you want it, we can get the information to you about what's going on this weekend in the Carolinas. And again, man, another great big weekend. We had a huge weekend this past weekend. Had Full Throttle Magazine reps all across the state. And the two big ones right off the top of my head were Farmington Dragway with the All Harley World Shootout. Doc was there. I was there on Friday to hang out for a little bit, but the weather got in the way of that. So Doc got all the good stuff, the mini bike racing, the bag of drags, the Roy Hill drag racing school was there. I had all kinds of great stuff going on over there. I was out at Bulldog Harley Davidson, Smithfield, putting on a Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine custom bike show for their first anniversary party. Huge turnout over there. Boy, I'm telling you what, the Bulldog Harley Davidson folks really know how to put on a party. Big, huge stage, Jive Mother Mary, and Blackstone Cherry. And so it was just a great day to be out there. Great weather. Had near 40 bikes in the bike show. Made it a tough time for me and my friends at the Law Tigers to choose winners, but we made it through. And then just into recovery. So this weekend, we got a lot going on again, but make sure you get out there. If you have not already, pick up your Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine. The April issue featuring Springer's Bar with Jeff Schmid and his crew over there. They're having fun and giving back. Speaking of which, man, we went to their third anniversary bike night a couple weeks ago, and they handed over a $7,000 check to the Triad Honor Flight. Quite a deal. That's one of his big deals there, and he always goes all out for them. And bike night was great too. So we got to hang out with some friends there. But with no further ado, let's talk about this weekend's events. Now, if you're in the comments already, let's go ahead and post up the link to that so you guys can follow along there. By the way, we are simulcasting again today. I'm really, really happy with this kind of stuff. We are on the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you need to go over there, look up Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine and subscribe over there, because we do not only these live weekend events, but we also post videos from events, interviews that we do, and all kinds of other stuff. And then we're also on the Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine, got a wild hair here, Facebook page, and my personal Facebook page. I just add that in there to get as many views as possible. So let's talk about this weekend's events. Because guess what, guys? It's getting there quick. Like I said, it's Wednesday. This weekend is going to start on Friday, which is kind of normal, right? Okay, whatever. But it starts off in Asheboro, North Carolina, with Cox's Harley Davidson, who's having their demo days. Let me pull this on the same screen so I can talk and look at this at the same time. All right. Like I said, Cox's Harley Davidson is having their 2023 dealer demo ride event. Big deal. They got free beer on both days, food truck on Saturday, and it's a demo day. You're probably going to have to ride the bikes before you get into the free beer. But hey, man, either way, it sounds like a good time at the original Cox's Harley Davidson. Now, Friday, April 21st is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And this is one of the ones, man, they got unique prizes for demo participants. They got the demo bikes, they got food, they got drink, man. It is just a good sounding event. Also this weekend, we've been talking about it for quite a long time now, but it is finally here. The Outer Banks Bike Week starts this weekend. And it's at a couple different locations now. Naturally, the Outer Banks Harley Davidson in Harbinger is one of the hosts of the Outer Banks Bike Week, but their sister store in Bayside, just over the line. I think it's 60 miles door to door from Outer Banks Harley Davidson to Bayside in Portsmouth, Virginia. They're both having events, and let me tell you, it's a toss up, man. You're gonna have to go back and forth to catch it all. But the Bayside Harley Davidson Bike Week starts on April 21st, which is Friday, and they're kicking it off royal with a Busted Knuckles stunt tour and live music, beer tents, and all this stuff opens for the week. Now let's go ahead and pull this up because I've actually got some stuff. I am ahead of myself here. Don't look at any of that stuff. All right, like I said, we started off with the Coxa stuff, and now we are on to Bayside Harley Davidson. Let's get me back in here because I want to see what I'm doing too. All right, so there you go. There's the schedule of events right there for Bayside Harley Davidson's Bike Week. As you can see, they've got plenty of stuff going on each day during Bike Week, and it's right around the corner from Outer Banks Harley Davidson. Honestly, I'm going out there next week. We've got a bike show coming up out there, but I'm gonna spend some time going back and forth as well because, man, you want to get up there and see Christina Billings stunt tour and do the Busted Knuckles stunt tour, see some of that kind of stuff. So make sure you check that out. And like I said, right after that, now the next day, Outer Banks Harley Davidson kicks off their Outer Banks Harley Davidson Bike Week. I'm sorry, it's just Outer Banks Bike Week. A schedule of events. Bikes, beer, bands, bikinis, vendors, food trucks, all kinds of good stuff. Now, my buddy Gary Michaels, which is the only biker hypnotist comedian in the entire world, is going to be emceeing this whole event. Man, my dude is hilarious. We had a good time going back and forth on the mic last year, caught a couple of his shows. Completely worth it. So he's going to be running the mic all week long. I already know that he's down there hanging out, getting everything set up. But like I said, a lot of great stuff going on during the week. Live music, bikini bike washes. Like I said, the comedy routines and the hypnotist routine that Gary does. Great stuff there. They've got a battle of the bands on Thursday. All kinds of stuff. Demo truck on Saturday in the Outer Banks, man. What a great place to ride anyway. And you get to ride, any of the 2023 bikes. And also on Saturday is the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine official bike show of Outer Banks Bike Week. It's going to be a great time. April 29th. This is a free entry bike show with a little help from my friends from the Tom McGrath Motorcycle Law Group and the Law Tigers. We're going to be out there. We've got a couple cool classes: bagger, cruiser, sport, trike, vintage, and I threw in a best paint category along with a Law Tigers Choice Award, a McGrath Law Choice Award, and then a Best in Show. And we're going to have cash prizes on the Choice Awards and the Best in Show. There's going to be plaques with the classes, and then with the Choice Awards, we're going to have some custom handmade trophies from the Rebel Spirit that we're going to be handing out along with those cash prizes. So it's going to be something you're not going to miss. On top of that, Best in Show is invited to be an invited bike at the Full Throttle Custom Bike Show in January 2024 at the Greensboro Coliseum. So it's a big deal. Free bike show, cash prizes, trophies, custom trophies, plaques, and an invitation to the biggest, baddest wintertime bike show on the East Coast. So you're not going to want to miss out on that. And this is all at Outer Banks Harley Davidson and Bayside Harley Davidson this week. Let's go back to this. So we got April 22nd through the 30th there, and April 21st through 30th at Bayside Harley Davidson. Man, like I said, there's always a great time. Now, look, this is kind of laid back. They've got fine dining. They've got good roads. They got beautiful beaches. It's not something you want to miss. So go ahead and sign up for that. Let's see. I'm going to remove that for a second because we've got something else going on. We've got Earth Day at Riding High Harley Davidson, which is in High Point. And this is going to be a day to test ride the Livewire. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Livewire. I'm telling you what, if you guys have not ridden the Livewire, this is a great chance to get out there. Riding High Harley Davidson going to have the Livewire out there for test rides. man, that's a fun bike to ride. Get on and twist the wick, man, and you just take off down the road. There is no clutch; it's automatic, and it is automatic torque is what it is. So check that out at Riding High Harley Davidson in High Point, North Carolina. All right. Also, what we've got going on, you saw it just a second ago. Blue Collar Cycle Company. We just did their first bike night of the year with them. Man, great campus over there. Great folks to work with. They just did Brandon's 7th heart anniversary as well. And now they're doing the 2nd annual Blue Collar Cycle Company Chili Cook-Off on April 2nd. It's going to start at high noon. If you can see on that there flyer or on the link that we put in the comments, they've got cash prizes, y'all, for these chili, like $350, that's $550, $650, $850, $9, $10. So it's over $1,000 in cash prizes. A $20 entry fee to put your chili in there, and you can walk out of there with a handful of cash. Personally, the chili cook-off is one of my favorite events because, man, let me tell you what, I love chili. And any times I can get together and eat like multiple bowls of chili and have different tastes, man, I am totally in. So make sure you check that out. Blue Collar Cycle Company in Salisbury, North Carolina. And this also benefits the Masonic Home for Children at Oxford. Every time they have an event, there is a charity going that's getting benefit from that. So, man, make sure you check them out over there at Blue Collar Cycle Company. So check this out. Next up, Tilly Harley Davidson in Statesville, North Carolina is having their parking lot swap meet this Saturday, April 22nd, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Set up and sell, guys. Go over there. You get a free 10x10 space. Bring your own tables, tents, and gear. All motorcycles and merchandise are welcome. Well, let me rephrase that. All motorcycle merchandise is welcome. It excludes bikes because they're going to sell the bikes. But I bet you they'd even buy your bike if you're trying to sell a bike. You can just sell it to them. So there you go. Swap meets, man. One of the good old biker traditions, man. Make sure you get out there and check that out at Tilly Harley Davidson, Statesville, North Carolina, this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. What else do we got going up? Let's get rid of this because we got a couple in between this. After that, we've got this Saturday, the Marty Lewis Scholarship Ride at American Thunder Motorcycle Company in Statesville, North Carolina. Previously STE Power Sports, rebranded with all kinds of cool new logo. Same great service, same great backing. Just trying to get a new brand out there. So check them out. The Marty Lewis Scholarship Ride. Registration is 10 a.m. Kickstands are up at 12 p.m. at the American Thunder Motorcycle Company. Also up that way in Newton, North Carolina, the 3rd annual Veterans Poker Run is going to be at the Newton Elks Lodge 2042. And the registration for that's 10 a.m. Kickstands up at $11, $20 per rider, $10 for a passenger. There is a rain date, but we're not worried about that. There's going to be raffle prizes, best and worst hand, food, music, and it supports local veterans. And that's a big deal, y'all. You got to get behind those veterans. Let's see. Down in Charlotte, this is the 7th annual Autism Run. It's going to start out of IKEA. It's that huge place. It's blue and yellow. You can't miss it. I think it's even on IKEA Boulevard. So the registration is 11 a.m. for that. Kickstands up at noon. And the proceeds for that go to Autism Speaks. Let's see. Where are we now? Now traveling over to Rocky Mount, North Carolina, American Legion Post 58 Poker Run. Registration is at 9 a.m. It's a 5-card draw, y'all. And they got food. They got door prizes, 50-50, prizes, all kinds of stuff. Portions of the proceeds go to programs of domestic violence. Another benefit that you can totally get behind. Make sure you check that out. Rocky Mount Legion Post number 58. What's up, Benny? How you doing, brother? I got your email the other day, man. Hope you checked out. Benny was looking for someone to do some pinstriping, and I said, hey, I know just the guy. My buddy Ray Spencer, Universal Customs, is who I would call, man. There's other pinstripers out there, no doubt about it. But Ray Spencer is my boy. He sets up with us at Mayhem and Midway, the Greensboro Bike Show, Smoking Bike Show nights. And also, he is the guy. He is part of a team that Harley Davidson Motor Company solicits for these big rallies. They send him out there. They pay for him to go out and set up at their places for Sturgis, the Republic of Texas rally, Laconia, all kinds of places. They call my boy Ray Spencer and say, hey, man, we want you to do some pinstriping for us. And the good news is he's in Mount Airy, North Carolina, so make sure you check them out. Hope you got the email reply on that, Benny. Good to see you, man. Let's see. Where were we? All right, let's get back to this. And where I have a flyer for this, the AWOL MC Anniversary Dice Run is going to start at D&D American Performance this Saturday in Mooresville, North Carolina. Let's see. Registration is 11 a.m. and kickstands are up at 12. So make sure you check that out. It looks like they got 4 stops. You'll want to check that out. Iron Thunder, 2 Trees, The Turn, and Waterside. Man, that is a good round the lake ride right there, man. I'm kind of envious on that one. Final stop is with the anniversary celebration. Check out my boys from AWOL. They came out and helped me with a bike show at STE, now American Thunder Motorcycle Company, last year. Great group of guys. Hope they have a great day for their stuff. Now here's another one that's a big deal. Let's move this over to the next thing. The Kids Path Car and Bike Show. This is the 11th annual. And if anybody has ever talked to Bird Dog, man, you know this is near and dear to his heart. He does this every year to raise money for these kids at Kids Path, and it's just a big deal for him. He also puts on a great event. As you can see, look at that long list of sponsors. He's got people that back him all the way. Now, this is going to be a good car and bike show. It's over at the Cadillac Ranch. Let's see. Let me look at it's in Burlington, 6330 David Moore Road in Burlington, that is. There is a rain date on this one as well, but we're not going to worry about that quite yet. It's $20 a show, $10 entry, cash prizes. Actually, let me see. Yeah, $10 to get in. There's $2,500 in cash and prizes. There's also food, 50-50 raffle, music, and more. So make sure you check that out. Red Dirt Revival's playing, man, and you know, Red does a good job. Make sure you get out there, give these kids a Kids Path a little backing right there, and make sure you talk to my boy Bird Dog while you're there. Hell of a great guy, hell of a great show. All right, moving right along. We've got this weekend still. This is still Saturday, guys. This is a big weekend as well. The Throttle Therapy Poker Run is at the Garner VFW post in that says Greensboro. That doesn't make me feel right. Let me check that out. Garner VFW. Why would Garner VFW be in Greensboro, North Carolina? I'm gonna Google that real quick for you guys just to make sure, because it might be right. Nope, that's right. 10225. That's just a typo. That's my fault, y'all. Garner VFW post is actually in Garner, North Carolina. It's a $20 ride, $10 passenger, $20 bike show entry. There's music, bike show, food, raffles, door prizes, 50-50. There's a gun raffle, and it benefits veterans as well. So make sure you check that out. The website on this ttvets.org. If you click on the link that I posted up there, you can click on that and get more information there. Also this weekend, the first annual Tyler Herndon Memorial Foundation Ride in Mount Holly, North Carolina. Registration's 11 a.m. Vendors, food trucks, music, bike show, ride, and more. Proceeds go to the Tyler Herndon Memorial Fund, and that again is in Mount Holly, North Carolina. And then this weekend, Fort Bragg Harley-Davidson. Always something going on at Fort Bragg Harley-Davidson. They're having a cookout this weekend, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. like normal. Free food, free beer. Got to check it out. Oh, man, they've got something going on. And if you look at the ad that's on there, let's pull that up real quick. They've got not to that one. I guess I didn't put it in there. Well, that's on me. They've got something going on every week. It's a half page. It would have been hard to see anyway, right? That's I'll throw it out there like that. But Fort Bragg Harley-Davidson, always something going on. Make sure you check them out. And it's never hurts to ride down there to get a free meal and have a cold beer, drink some suds, and get back having some fun. All right. Also this weekend in Gastonia, North Carolina, the Guardians of the Children, Gastonia, the Kappa Ride. They're going to start off at the Double Barrel Saloon in Gastonia, North Carolina. And it is going to be registrations 9:30 a.m. Kickstands up at 11 a.m. And we all know that Guardians of the Children it's a great foundation, man. They do a good job. This is the Gastonia chapter, and so make sure you get out there and check that out. What's up, Billy? How you doing? Hope you all having a great day. Looky there. There's my boy Gary Michaels, biker, comedian, and hypnotist. Just talked about you a minute ago at the beginning of this here video, talking about how you were already down in the Outer Banks, getting ready to take up the MC position there to talk all week long at the Outer Banks. I'm not coming down until next week, man, so you don't have to worry about me for a little while. But then we'll get down there and we'll have some fun, man. All right, back to this weekend. The Frank Gennari Memorial Officer Down Ride is coming up this weekend. It is at Carolina Coast Harley Davidson in Wilmington, North Carolina. There's a registration at 9 a.m. good and early, but the kickstands don't go up until 11. $25 a rider, $15 a passenger, but it does include the ride and the meal. You must pre-register by mail or in person, all right? So you might want to get on that because that's this weekend. There's food 50-50 shotgun raffle, and it benefits area law enforcement officers. It is also sponsored by the Blue Knights NC-17, so make sure you check that out. Back out in the Outer Banks area there, where Gary Michaels is set up, going to be the MC for the Outer Banks Bike Rally, is the Navy SEAL Tribute Ride. It's going to be at the General Booth Boulevard, Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's $25 a bike and benefits the Navy SEAL Museum's Trident House. All right. Saturday again. Come on. Big weekend. The CVMA 34-2 6th Annual Motorcycle Benefit Ride is going to be at Harley Davidson of Greenville in Greenville, South Carolina. Registration at 9:30 a.m. $10 a passenger. There's a good price. Raffles, prizes, food, shirts, and it supports local veterans. So there you go. Another one, man. Big weekend for veterans. And then last but certainly not least, at High Voltage Harley Davidson, which is in Spartanburg, South Carolina, they're having the Southern Legends MC first annual motorcycle swap meet. Gotta love a swap meet. Like I mentioned on the one for Tilly's Harley Davidson, it is a good old school biker tradition, man. Get out there and rummage through some parts. Never know what you might find. You might find that part that either finishes your project or hell, it might start your next project. You never know. But it's a good time. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. meet and greet, live music, food truck, beer truck. Gotta love a beer truck. Beer truck and shopping, man. I'll tell you what. Can't go wrong there. Now, that's what we've got going on this weekend. Like I said, if you are late to the program there, in the comments, I put up a link to this weekend's events, all kinds of stuff there. You can also pick up the Carolinas Full Throttle magazine. The April issue is featuring Springer's Bar in Greensboro, North Carolina. Just celebrated their 3rd anniversary. Great times over there at the Springers. But that's not it. That's not all. That's not it. It's not all. All right. But we've got stuff going on like Biker Sunday. The Bongo Bach Biker Sunday concert series continues on this weekend at Horse Feathers Roadhouse. This weekend, was it the 23rd? Is it the 23rd this weekend? Looks like it. Like I said, it's Sunday. Soaking Wet is going to be playing. They're going to have a wet t-shirt kind of apropos for the evening, right? Wet t-shirt contest for first, second, and third place prizes at Horse Feathers Roadhouse in Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. Now, right down the road from them is also Two Trees, who has a Biker Sunday as well. Don't forget about them. And then naturally here in Kernersville, North Carolina, or down the road in Kernersville, Double D's always has Sunday Fun Day. So lots of stuff going on this weekend. Let's talk about tonight. Tonight, we've got a couple bike nights coming up in my general area. Winston-Salem, you've got the Pine Tree Tavern just finishing up an article about their first bike night. And man, it was a barn burner over there. Great time out there with my friends. Kenny Gilly with Clemens Motorcycles, the Rebel Spirit, Carolina Biker Lawyers, had a burnout contest. Great time over there. That's at the Pine Tree every Wednesday. Not the burnout contest, but bike night. And so you got to check them out. They've got some live music. Also, tonight, the new kids on the street here is Saints and Sinners Bar in Greensboro, right beside where the old Harley Davidson in Greensboro used to be on Farragut Street. They've only been open for a month or two, but they are cranking out some big time bike nights. Tonight is bike night, and man, I'm telling you what, is a beautiful night out there, or a day. It's day right now, but it's gonna be a beautiful night. That's what I'm getting at. And I'm gonna be tempted to ride out that way and check out what they've got going on, man. Hadn't been out to their bike night yet, so it's high time we go check them out. What else do we got going up? We already talked about Bike Week, Outer Banks Bike Week, and the Outer Banks Bike Show coming up. Also, what we've got going on in May, we've got the Backroad Barbecue Run coming up May 12th through 14th in Trenton, North Carolina. It's actually in Maysville, but it's right next door. It's kind of like, what big city are you near? And also the Myrtle Beach Bike Rally Bike Show, Saturday, May 20th at Bubba's Bar and Grill. Check that out. And then skipping a couple months, but in September 29th and 30th is Mayhem in Midway 3. It's the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine Ride and Bike Rally out there in Lexington. It's on Dusty Drive again this year. Proud to have our friends from the Carolina Biker Lawyers back on board for us. They've signed on, so has Jaybird's Custom Cycles. And everybody else, we got some verbals. We're just making sure we're up to snuff on that. But man, lots of great stuff coming up. If you want to know about any of it, all you got to do is pick up the magazine. Full of great articles, some feature work here by my boy Josh Hawks here. Look at this, turned in some really nice photos this month for a motorcycle feature. You just gotta pick it up, read it cover to cover, man. Check it out. There's all kinds of stuff, events coverage, biker news, motorcycle features, all kinds of stuff you don't want to miss out on. All right, I've gone way over my limit, but that's just how much stuff's going on this weekend. So I'm going to let you guys out of here. Now, that's 27 minutes of your life that you'll never get back, but I do appreciate you spending with me. And like I said, make sure you check us out tonight over at Saints and Sinners Bar in Greensboro, North Carolina. We'll be out there. I hope to see you guys out there. See y'all later.